So Jordan Brand looking to take things into a new direction, almost kind of switch things up from the same old regular formula which we're used to. Now, of course, you're always going to have people that will say things like Jordan Brand has fallen off, which I understand. You know, they're not at the forefront of the kind of streetwear fashion scene as they once were, but Jordan Brand is a household name. They've been around for years. The nostalgia, the storytelling, it all comes together to make Jordan Brand great. Now, in order for them to continue to expand as they have continued to each single year, Jordan Brand can't just rely on their retro releases, but they have to be innovative as well. So previously, we did take a look at the Jordan 4 Net, a release which I would say upon the first looks, everybody was pretty much just hating. It was pretty much nothing but negative reception when it comes to the first look at the redesign to the classic Jordan 4, as you guys know. Now, thankfully enough, Sneaker News has provided an on-feet look, which I guess will be the first time checking out this upcoming release on feet. So let's go ahead and see what the people have to say, which this first dude said, kind of fire, not gonna lie. Now, this dude put trash, same energy, nope, fire, too white, I'm all for creativity, these are horrid. They have that gold Jumpman accessory, so they're probably women's only, which is fine. Negative. So it seems like still for the most part, people aren't really rocking with these. I mean, there's a couple positive comments here and there, but will this be the release to kind of like take Jordan Brand back to the forefront of that streetwear fashion scene like they once were? Think of like 2016, 2017 when classic Jordan retros like the Jordan 1, Jordan 4 had that whole scene in the chokehold. I would say this release single-handedly probably won't be the one, but it'll be interesting to see, you know, how people react to this one as these officially do drop coming up here in December. Everybody, you're watching John Alexander TV. Salute to you for tuning in. Make sure you guys smash the like button down below. Now, I know we're kind of like programmed. It's almost like you could say it's in our DNA to hate Team Jordans or whatever funny nickname you have for these, which I believe Jordan Brand officially calls them like Legacy Jordans or something like that. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. For me as a kid, I remember actually buying like the first official Team Jordans, which dropped back in the day. And as a kid, I love them joints, which I think like Eddie Jones or Ray Allen or something used to rock them back in the day. But anyways, not to get off subject, essentially, we're almost like programmed to hate Team Jordans. You may have like been bullied rocking a pair of them as a kid or whatever, but low key, these upcoming Who Decide War Jordan flights are kind of interesting. Let's just say that first and foremost. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Who Decides War, they're one of these like up and coming, or not even up and coming, they're an established kind of brand here in the street world scene. Now, with their first Jordan Brand collaboration, they're actually teaming up on a Team Jordan, which for most people would be like blasphemy to put these on feet right here, which as far as this pair right here, according to Sneaker News, it says after a debut at New York Fashion Week earlier this September, the Who Decides War Jordan Flight Court is officially set to retail launch on December 5th. So that release is right around the corner. So it says the Jordan Flight Court is one of the newest models to emerge from the Jordan Brand's off-court, off-legacy lifestyle footwear lineup. You see, that's officially what they call Team Jordans nowadays. That's the fancy corporate name for Team Jordans. Comment down below whatever you call them. So it says, touted for its street skate appeal with roots in basketball, the Flight Court is serendipitously a perfect canvas for a collaborative project who herself grew up surrounded by the culture of sports. So I didn't want to like butcher her name. I think it's Dia Moore or something like that. Her execution of the model begins with a soft suede upper with some distressed accents that conjure the same luxurious yet gritty attitude of Dia Moore's personal vision. A touch of elegance appears via the velvety fabric that lines the interior, which also houses the Who Decides War emblem on the insole and the motivational messaging, "The world is your court," embroidered behind the tongue. So some nice touches, a lot of little details here, which you love to see when it comes to collaborations. But what I love about it is it's got that cool distressed look, which is pretty much a staple for Who Decides War. So not even gonna lie, man, there she goes, Miss Dia Moore herself, showing off the first look at these with the red laces. Kind of a nice touch. Not even gonna lie, these joints are looking pretty cool, but at the end of the day, remember, this is a Team Jordan, so like I feel like we're programmed to hate these, but low key, like I kind of want to like them, right? It's kind of crazy. And as they did mention in the article, they do have that skater aesthetic, which I do see. They have like a chunkier look to them. So I'm not even gonna lie, man. I don't care what nobody says. I'm rocking with these, even though we're supposed to hate these, like Team Jordans or whatever. But this collaboration, I feel like, is bringing the notoriety to this model, which coming in at $110, I would have to say not bad at all. Plus, you got the little extra details going on right here. I would say these joints are pretty cool and have like a premium kind of look to them, not even gonna lie. And that's pretty cool for them to actually be able to pull that off, especially with that nice retail. So I wonder what these actually retail at normally, these Jordan Flights. Well, who cares? 110 is not bad. So be on the lookout for these joints dropping December 5th. And let me know, guys, are y'all rocking with these or not? I wouldn't say they're like a must cop, but kind of something interesting I feel like is on my radar. So let me know what y'all think about these joints. So throughout the years, we've continued to see Jordan Brand kind of, try to innovate with these different new models. Some have stuck, others kind of just came and went. I mean, think back to pairs like, let's say, remember those Jordan Fusions that were dropping back in the day? I would say that one kind of had its moment, but kind of came and went. You also have models like, let's say, the Jordan Spizike. I would say that one, based off the fact that Jordan Brand continues to retro them, I guess those ones, have their audience or whatever. And then this year, you even have new models like, let's say, the Jordan 4 RM, which I would say with the Nigel Sylvester cosign, that one had a big emphasis on the push with that release. But I think people definitely kind of gravitated towards, they had those Black Cat RMs, which were cool. So I think that's a model which will probably continue to see more releases going into 2025. So yeah, Jordan Brand, they got to keep things fresh. It's not all just about the retro releases. I know everybody loves a good classic OG retro, but Jordan Brand, they got to continue to push things and be innovative to continue to expand the brand as they've continued to do year upon year, dating back for like, I want to say like the last 7 years or something. Jordan Brand has continued to increase their annual revenue, which they're just getting more and more money. So Jordan 4 RMs this year, next year or later on this year, we're going to see them Nets drop, and then followed up by the Who Decides War Jordan 4 Flights, or Jordan Flights, whatever you call them. So some Team Jordans, but for me, I mean, they don't really hold that same stigma that we did in the past. Nowadays, when it comes to like sneakerheads, them OG, like old Nike talk, playbook days are kind of over with. I feel like now people are just gonna like decide to rock what they like. Even though a lot of people do just kind of go with the crowd nowadays, you got people taking a lot more risks. So I think for Jordan Brand, they're gonna continue to rely on that retro nostalgia, the storytelling with their retros, but they gotta be bringing some new stuff to the table. So while I wouldn't think these Jordan 4 Nets are really gonna be that one, I think them Who Decides War collaboration is interesting, especially for them to team up on a model like that rather than just going like with a regular Jordan Flight. So let me know what y'all think down below.